Check 1, 2. check 1 2. Two two 1 2. Her number.
2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Test. You don't hear it through there? Maybe you can put more in there. Maybe more, Miguel, more vocal into his monitor.
Testing 1, 2.
Testing. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Well, let's try again. Shabbat Shalom. We welcome you here to Adriana's Bat Mitzvah this beautiful Shabbat morning. Perhaps if you could, those of you who can, please stand. If you could stand where you are. If everyone who's in the aisle could find a seat and stand at it. Thank you. So let's try again with a lot of energy here. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Adriana's friends and family who've assembled for this beautiful, wonderful moment in her life and the life of her family and our community. So we want you to be a part of this service and not be just watching, but be participants. You are her congregation as she's going to lead us throughout this morning. So the cantor is going to lead you now in a melody. It's called a nigun, has no real words, just la-las, and catch on and join in and sing.
La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la. That's your part. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Matovu alecha Yaakov, bishkenotecha Yisrael. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. V'ani berov chasdecha, avo vetecha. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la. Last time. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la. Yalla la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Please be seated. We'll be using the Mishkan Tefillah prayer book throughout this morning. You'll notice in it that wherever the Hebrew is written, to the left of it, it's transliterated into English characters. So if you're a little rusty in your Hebrew, you can look over to the left and join in. And for any of the melodies, once you catch on, we hope that you will be part of our participating congregation for Adriana on this beautiful morning for her. There is one way, however, we don't want you to participate. We don't want your ringtone to go off during services. So if you happen to have brought into the sanctuary any kind of rectangular device that doubles as a phone and a computer and all kinds of things, this would be the moment to check it and make sure it's either off, which is preferable, or at least on silent. So you'll feel the vibrations and we won't be interfered with. It is our tradition that our bat mitzvah chant from Torah and read from the Haftarah later in the service, but also that she lead us throughout the prayers, the tefillot. So if you would turn to page 175, you'll find a responsive prayer called the Nisim B'chol Yom. These are daily miracles, things we often take for granted, like in the morning when we open our eyes and we can see. We call that a daily miracle. When we can stand up, that's a daily miracle. For those of us who are getting older who find it more difficult to stand up, we recognize how much of a miracle it is. All of these little things that are so important in our life that we take for granted. And so we thank God for those pieces of our lives that are working. And so I'm going to ask Chana Devora to come forward and to lead us.
We chant the Nasim B'chol Yom responsively. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given us the mind, the ability to distinguish day from night.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam,
who opens the
eyes of the blind.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive.
Amen. Together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters.
Amen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who clothes the naked.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me in the image of God.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me free.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me a Jew.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who girds Israel with strength.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns Israel with splendor.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who hallows us with mitzvah, commanding us to engage with words of Torah.
Amen.
Please turn to page 180 for the Elu Devarim. Elu Devarim she'ein lachem shir, she'adam ochel perotehem ba'olam hazeh. These are the things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of this world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the story of Torah encompasses them all. V'talmud Torah keneged kulam. Please turn to page 188 and join us in singing Psalm 150.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Try that. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Together. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Please turn to page 194 and rise for a Hatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadah v'yitkadah Shemei Rabbah B'yamad Ivrach Yirateh v'yamlich Malchuteh B'chayechono v'yomechono v'chayetecho Beit Yisrael Mahagalo v'zman kariv v'yimeru Amen Yeh Shemei Rabbah mevorach Le'olam lamei almaya yitba Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh v'yidadar v'yidaleh v'yidalal shemei dekurasha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran me'al hama v'yimeru Amen. ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Together, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la.
We continue on page 196. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. We continue on page 198. Hava Rabbah Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu. We join together singing V'cha'er Einenu.
V'ha'er einenu b'toratecha, v'dahapek lebeinu b'mitzvotecha, v'yachel levahavenu le'ahava u'yira et shemecha, v'lo nevosh, v'lo nikalem, v'lo nikashel le'olam va'ed. Ki v'shem kodshecha hagadol v'hanora v'hatavnu, nagila v'nismecha, nagila v'nismecha b'shuatecha, v'havienu l'shalom be'arba kanfot haaretz, v'tolichenu komemiyut le'artzenu.
We read responsibly in the middle of page 199. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity.
We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel, and joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life we would turn to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai haboher be'amo Israel be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated.
Chana Devora, This is the moment that you receive your talit, this beautiful talit. And you know, the significance of the talit is actually the four corners, these tzitzit, which are supposed to remind us of our obligations to live righteously, to follow God's mitzvot. But your dad told me that this talit was given to you by your aunts, Debbie and Karen, that it came from Israel, and that it is a Women of the Wall talit. And I also am wearing my Women of the Wall talit in honor of your bat mitzvah. So I want to say a few words about all of those things that your dad told me. First of all, that it comes from Israel. Israel, which has been such an important part of your legacy. I just spent time with your father in Israel. Your great-grandfather helped to rescue people from Nazi Europe to get them to Israel, and so that's very much a part of your heritage. And I hope you think of that every time you wear this talit. Also, it is a Women of the Wall talit, and on its four corners are the names of the four matriarchs. You also bear the names Hannah and Devorah, of two of the most important women from our Tanakh, from our Bible. And you inherit a long and proud legacy of strong women, including your mother, your grandmothers, and I hope that you, and your sister, I want to say too, Miriam, that you follow in their footsteps, and that you too have pride and dignity and contribute to the Jewish people. And finally, I believe it's also a symbol of love. So this is given to you by your aunts, but it will be presented to you by your parents with love. I hope you always feel embraced by their love when you wear it, and also embraced by God. And so I'm going to ask your parents to come up and present you with this talit. And now I'll ask you to say the blessing before putting on a talit. Amen. And as your parents put it around your shoulder, I'm going to invite you all, as soon as you do the hair adjustment, to take hands and to thank God for enabling you together to reach this very special moment in your lives with the Shehechianu. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
When Adriana was in pre-kindergarten, she became the talk of the teachers at lunchtime. She would uniquely take her time to prepare her lunch, set her place with silverware, plate, cup, and napkin, and would carefully put together the presentation of the meal Laura had typically prepared for her. She would eat slowly and savor each bite. She would continue long after the rest of the class had wolfed down their lunches. She would not be rushed. her daily eating ritual was never to be disrupted. Adriana took her dining very seriously and perfected, if you will, the art of the meal. Adriana's appreciation of a fine meal certainly continues to this day, and her approach to eating is just one example of her appreciation for and wonder of life. Adriana has a pretty amazing head on her shoulders. She thinks, she contemplates, and her curiosity is deep, from science to literature to art and computers. Diligent, hardworking, curious, detailed, focused, thoughtful, determined, respected, striving for perfection, meticulous, deliberate, maximum effort, takes risks, active contributor, responsible, smart, consistent, a pleasure to teach, always well prepared, creative, amazing, exceptional, intelligent, courteous, independent, mastery, confident, and excellent. These are the words used to describe Adriana by her teachers, all in just her last grade report. While Adriana has a powerful mind and tremendous work ethic, it is her big, open heart that endears her to us, her family and friends. Simple gestures, playing, singing, dancing, laughing with her brother and sister. Most of the time they get along great. A sharp sense of humor and an ability to needle Miriam and Samuel can provoke some hostility, but it's usually all in good fun. Being a good, supportive, loyal, and fun friend is a given. But most of all, her love, tenderness, affection, patience, and understanding of her grandparents is the greatest gift of all. While her time with her abuelitos is more limited to the intensive summertime she spends in Spain and their annual visit to Miami than with her close proximity to Grandma Ann, Adriana so admires and respects her three grandparents. The bright cheer with which she makes her almost daily visits to Grandma Ann's to just be together reflects her goodness, kindness, and devotion. We are so proud of you today, Adriana, and we love you so very much. You have studied and prepared diligently for your bat mitzvah. Continue to be who you are, kind, caring, empathetic, curious, committed, and hardworking. Wherever and however you direct your heart and mind, you will accomplish great things for the benefit of others. You will engage in tikkun olam and repair the world. God bless you, Adriana.
I remember my bat mitzvah like it was just yesterday. I was so nervous, and I did not want to go up and sing in front of everyone. And if you know me well, you know that I only sing when no one is around. Because I already had my bat mitzvah, I know what Adriana is going through right now. She seems pretty calm and collected, so I could be wrong. Some parents make their other children write speeches for their sibling, but some parents don't. As you can see, my parents are one of those parents. And I was very excited and honored to write one for Adriana. I cannot tell you how much Adriana and I fight. I'm just kidding. We do fight, but we do it in a civil manner. We don't rip each other's hair out or scratch each other. We just yell till one of us loses her voice, and then the other one yells till she loses hers. Once again, kidding. Before starting my embarrassing speech about you or our moments, I wanted to tell you how proud I am of you, because doing this is not easy. It is not easy to read Hebrew and remember all the specific tunes. I am very happy with your performance so far. Adriana, you have grown into a beautiful young woman, and I am so proud to call you my sister. So far, it has been quite the adventure with you. Now that I'm at boarding school, I miss the times when we would blast music, sing at the top of our lungs, and dance in a very exaggerated way. Or take funny pictures and videos of each other, or Sam, or making fun of people together. and have Papi join us at times. Sorry for exposing you. Or pleading Papi to get us food after school and then watching him get something for himself as well. And one of my favorites is driving Mommy nuts at the dinner table by laughing or making Sam laugh to the point of someone wetting their pants. I will not point fingers because sometimes it might have been me. I know I won't be able to tell all of our stories or else we would be here for a while. But I picked out a few that I will never forget, like making fun of Sam, Mommy, and Papi together. Don't worry, we love you. Being embarrassed together and acting like we aren't related to the people we're with in public, or being embarrassed by the stupid stuff I do in stores. And that time when we were very little, when I wasn't a big eater, especially the healthy things. So whenever we had lentils or beans or squash soup, or you get the point, any vegetable you could think of, I'd put it on Adriana's plate whenever my mother turned her back. And the best thing was that Adriana would eat it all up, and my mom did not know a thing. Or those many times when we were home alone and I heard a noise, so you hid. So you and I hid, but we forgot Sam. Whoops. So we went to go get him, but he was asleep. We tried to tell him that we had heard a noise, but he wouldn't move. So you said, well, I guess we are going to go back to a family of 4. Don't worry, she was joking, I think. My ultimate favorite one, that time when Papi called the cops. Remember that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so anyway, when I'm up at school, whenever my parents would call and put Adriana on the phone, we would have these very funny but really awkward conversations. And sometimes she would send me videos of Sam or Lily. I can choose my friends and I can choose the people I go out with, but I never had the chance to choose my sister. And that is one of the choices I am very glad I've never had. Because Adriana, you are the best sister I could ever ask for. I know that we have had our ups and downs, and I also know that it is difficult to talk because I go to boarding school. It's school now. But I hope you understand how special you are to me. Even though sometimes I call you stupid or annoying, but you are the most intelligent person I know. And I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I usually don't express any emotion and feelings in front of other people. But I'm going to admit that up there at Loomis, I miss you very much. And every single one of my family members. Every day. Some days more than others. Because we are sisters. When you fall, I will always pick you up after I take a good laugh. But I will always be there for you. Time will fly by and things will change, but my life will remain rooted in the memories I've shared with someone who has seen me through it all. I couldn't imagine my life without you. I love you and I'm very proud of you, your sister.
So I guess it's my turn, but I'm not going to make a speech today because I didn't have time to prepare. So what I'm going to say today is that I'm very proud of my 3 children and my husband, and Adriana is a special kid, special young lady who was born very shy. She was so shy, I didn't know what to do with her. She had to sit on my hip for years. That was my posture. That was me and Adriana. And I did everything around the house, around Miami, around Madrid, everywhere I went with Adriana on my hip for years. One day I understood that she was shy and reserved. That was it. It was not that she didn't want me to go to the world. I understood late. Some people helped me understand, like Jennifer, like John, my mother, my sister Carmen, who's shy too. Well, when she was a baby, she was constantly hot and hungry. So the 3 things characterize her: shy, hungry, and hot. Well, now that she's 13 years old, you 13? I have these 3 characteristics have developed in something meaningful. As John said, hungry, good appetite, very gourmet. She really likes a good bite. It has to be delicious. And secondly, being hot, she is very particular about shoes. She likes sandals, she likes flip-flops, and a small range of shoes. No, don't go too crazy with shoes with her. And then in terms of shyness, well, I have to say that many mothers of teenage girls would envy me if they knew that she has an incredible, terrific, beautiful adolescence. No dramas, a lot of innocence, a lot of girlish, childish joy. And I'm blessed for that. Not one drama. So I thank God for that. And that's it. And now I'm going to say something in Spanish. But before, I would like to acknowledge everybody who is here in this room today, who have come from far away, from nearby. I'm very glad to see all of you and share this moment with us. I want to remember Maurice today, who brought a lot of light to our life and our rooms. And I would like to also mention my godfather, Felix, who passed away in January. And we miss him, and I wish he had been here today with us. And I would like to remember also Susan Goldin, who had a terrific sense of humor. I still remember how much she made me laugh. And of course, my brother, and my brother Manolo, who would have enjoyed this day a lot. And all of those who are not here physically with us today, like John's father, and Shepherd, and Ruth, and so many others that we missed. And that's it. So in Spanish, I'll be brief. Muchas gracias por venir a todos. He estado contando un poquito cómo Adriana fue una niña muy singular desde que nació y que solo tenía hambre, calor y era muy tímida. Y entonces, hasta que yo entendí la timidez de Adriana, pues porque, claro, yo no soy tímida, entonces me costó mucho trabajo entender que tenía una hija tímida. Pero algunas personas me ayudaron en el camino, que fueron pues mi madre, mi hermana mayor, que es tímida, tiene una inteligencia superior, igual que Adriana, pero es tímida, y mi padre. Jennifer me ayudó mucho a entender la timidez de Adriana, a poder, digamos, enfrentarme a ella sin frustrarme. Y bueno, pues que tengo la fortuna de haber visto esa timidez desarrollarse en una niña que tiene una adolescencia maravillosa, que no tiene malos humores, que no tiene malas respuestas, que no contesta, una niña feliz, muy inocente, muy llena de candidez. Y está en la clásica edad del pavo, que todos conocemos, ¿no? Es una edad del pavo encantadora. Entonces ya eso, he dicho en inglés que debo de ser la envidia de todas las madres de adolescentes, porque en eso he tenido una suerte loca. Y bueno, nada más, solo que deciros que hoy nos acordamos con especial cariño de las personas que no están aquí físicamente, pero que nos acompañan y nos llenan de luz, como el tío Morris, mi tío Félix, a quien siempre extrañaré, mi padrino, a mi hermano Manolo, que ilumina mi vida, y el padre de John, que tampoco está con nosotros hoy, y a sus abuelitos. Y ahora sé que Samuel quería decir unas palabras, pero quería agradeceros a todos una vez más, los que venís de lejos, de cerca, y que hayáis venido a compartir este día tan especial con Adriana.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate Adriana's bar mitzvah. I am very proud of her. I am also very proud of my sister Miriam. I am lucky to have sisters like them.
No llores, porque tienes que estar contento, no triste. Estás haciéndolo muy bien. Venga. Eso.
¿Por qué eso?
Bueno.
Quiero agradecer a todos nuestros amigos y familia que hayan venido de tan lejos para compartir este día y darnos tanto cariño. Hoy quiero recordar a mi tío Morris, a mi tío Félix y a mi tío Manolo.
Muy bien, muy bien. Bueno, muchísimas gracias. Thank you. I forgot to mention somebody very special also for my family, and is Maripaz, our very good friend, lost her sister-in-law a few days ago, and I appreciate that they have come all this way in mourning as they are to celebrate with Adriana.
We continue with the Ve'ahavta Hafta on page 201. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לראות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיהם אני אדוני אלוהיהם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיהם. We read together on page 203. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more,
the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
We turn to page 205 and rise for the Amidah.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, velohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei hakol, v'zocher chazdei avot ve'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava, melech hozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol ata rav lehoshia, morid hatal, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei ahafar, bichamocha baal gevurot, umidah melach, melech meimid, umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'neman ata lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
We remain standing for the Kedusha on page 208.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei maram, kakatuv al yad nevi'echa, v'karazeh zeh ve'amar, kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech ol haaretz, kevodo, Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu Mahadir, Shimecha bechol haaretz, Baruch kevod Adonai, mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu, Vehu Yashmienu, Berachamav le'enei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Imloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yechzion, Ledor vador. Hallelujah. Ledor vador, לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד לך, לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושך נהדיש, קדושך נהדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא יבוש לעולם ועולם ועד. לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד לך, לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד לך,
ולנצח נצחים קדושך נהדיש, קדושך נהדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא יבוש לעולם ועולם ועד.
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated.
We join together singing Veshamru, page 210.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
We continue with the Retzei prayer on page 212. Retzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Israel utfilatam be'ahava tekadel uthi leratzon tamid avodat Israel amecha. On the Shabbat day, as you graciously receive our prayers, help us to hear your call. Grant us enough help to fulfill our duties and the compassion we need to attend to others. Teach us humility that we may perceive our own faults, and grant us the wisdom to be forgiving of others. Give us the courage to be true to our highest selves, and the charity to see the best in those around us. Give us patience enough not to become discouraged, hope enough to overcome all fears for the future, and faith enough to know your presence. O source of blessing, look with favor upon us. May our offerings be acceptable to you. We praise you, Adonai, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha beirecha na'avod. We read responsibly at the bottom of page 214. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, fulfilling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu hulach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim anachnu lach. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim anachnu lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim anachnu lach. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim anachnu lach. For all who have labored and suffered for a fair world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim anachnu lach. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim anachnu lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Baruch atah Adonai, hotov, shimcha, uflach, na'eh, le'odot. We sang together a prayer for peace. Sim Shalom, page 216.
Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amecha sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Tova uvracha. Tova uvracha. Adriana, in this very space, like generations before you, today is the day that you take your place amongst the Jewish people to receive the Torah, to hold it in your hands and your arms, to teach us words of Torah, to chant beautiful words of Torah. So for you, for this special moment, I sing Taking Your Place. Taking your place in an enduring line. This is the day that you stand up to say, our tradition is mine. You will now read the Torah. It's been passed down to you. It's our law and our story, but each telling is new. It is said we stood at Sinai, and today you know you're there. You're the promise of a people, a blessing and a prayer. Taking your place in a resilient line. This is the day that you stand up to say, our tradition is mine. You will now hold the Torah, forge a link to the past. You're the face of our future and the reason we last. Lahalechet bidracha velishmor mitzvotav kol hayamim. May you walk in God's ways, and may all of your days be blessings. It is said we stood at Sinai, and today you know you're there. You're the promise of a people, a blessing and a prayer. You're the promise of a people, a blessing and a prayer.
We continue now with the Torah service. If you would turn to page 244. As you're turning, I'll also redirect you to the brochure with Adriana's face on it. You can look at that again and smile, and then open it up. Look at the 2 pages on both sides. There are a lot of names that are listed there. If your name is one of those names, it means you have an honor during the Torah service. That's why I'm pointing it out right now. We're at the Torah service. And we don't want you to miss your honor. So we're going to begin on page 244 as we move toward the first ark opening. There is none like you among the gods, Adonai, and there are no deeds like yours. You are sovereign over all worlds, and your dominion is in all generations. Adonai reigns, Adonai has reigned, Adonai will reign forever and ever. Adonai will give strength to our people. Adonai will bless our people with peace.
Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malachutecha malachut ka'olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim etiva v'tzonecha et Zion. Tivnei chamot Yerushalayim. Tivnei chomor Yerushalayim. Kivecha levan batachnu, melech elam v'nisa, Adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'devar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai iti, Uniromema Shemo Yachdav.
This is the Torah, Israel's morashah, our heritage and our inheritance. In it are the customs, the laws, the traditions of our people, wherever we've been in any time or place. The Torah has given us strength and vision to create family, and out of family to create community. Chana Devora. Today is your day of accepting the Torah. And in a real sense, it's being handed down to you from the generations of your family. Actually, this bima and this sanctuary has held 5 generations of your family, which is really remarkable. I had the privilege to know your great-grandfather and great-grandmother, but even your great-great-grandmother belonged here for a period of time toward the end of her life. And of course, your grandmother and your great-uncle Morris, when they were going to school across the street, you know the story that Rabbi Kronish asked them if they were Jewish and invited them to come here. And they brought your family over to this sanctuary eventually and to this synagogue. And your great-grandfather was president here before we were 10 years old, even as a synagogue, and we're 76 years old now. So your family is very rooted here. And you know that that tradition doesn't just stop at 5 generations. It goes back 3,000 years. It goes back a long, long way. One of the great miracles is that we're still passing words that we received thousands of years ago to our young people and saying to them, live by these. Take them seriously in your life, Adriana. Make them a core of what you are. And do one more thing. Pass them on. Make sure the next generation receives these words. They are words that we consider holy, and you're going to be reading the Holiness Code at the core and center of our Torah. And so I'm going to call up now the generations of your family who are here, your parents, your grandparents, as they join us on the bima. They will physically pass the Torah to you, but spiritually they pass from the entire line of your tradition.
We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Ledor vador these lips will praise your name. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Ledor vador these lips will praise your name. Lecha Adonai hagedola v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahor ki chol b'shamayim Alinu, Artsa Alinu, Artsa Alinu. Varchad Rashnu, Vigam Zarahanu, Varchad Rashnu, Vigam Zarahanu, Ava Olo Katsarnu, Ava Olo Katsarnu, Ava Olo Katsarnu, Ava Olo Katsarnu, Yalalai, 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 la la la, la la la, yai la la.
Under your chairs, you'll find there's a little ledge. There you should find a larger blue book that's labeled the Torah. If you want to follow, this is actually a really good portion to follow. It's one of my favorite portions of all of the Torah. It was so much my favorite that in the days, some of you remember this, when we actually had stationery. You remember those days? When we wrote things on stationery? So at the bottom of mine, it had the opening line from this Torah portion, "You shall be holy, for the Lord your God is holy." It's called Kedoshim, it's the holiness code, and it's right in the center of the 5 books that we read. So we're right in the middle at this point, and it is very much the core of the message of our tradition. It's really very explicitly the core of our tradition. And so I want to focus on it. If you would turn to page 798 in the Torah, you can put aside the prayer book. It doesn't have 700 pages. The other one does. Page 798. So in order to kind of introduce this, I want to give you an incident in Elie Wiesel's life. Many of you remember Elie Wiesel is a great, not only Holocaust survivor, but teacher of some of the lessons that he shared with us through his literature and his writings and his teaching. He talks about the 4th day that he was at Auschwitz. He was a young man, and he was at Auschwitz. And he was assigned on that 4th day to a labor detail to lift large stones in single file line. So he never saw the face of the person in front of him. He just carried up this thing and dropped the stone and then went back down into the gorge and picked up another stone. And while he was walking that first day, the man in front of him said, "Where are you from?" And he told him the town he was from. And he said, "What did you do there?" And he said, "I was studying in the yeshiva in the Jewish school." And he said, "Well, what section of the Talmud were you studying?" And he told him, and he said, "What page were you studying in the Talmud?" Now, the Talmud is 20 volumes. It's huge. And there are literally thousands of pages. So he told him the page. And the man in front of him said, "So let's start where you left off." He said, "What are you, crazy? We're in Auschwitz. This is madness. Why would I study what I was studying back home when I was safe with my family?" And he said, "I'm the head of a yeshiva myself. I've studied Talmud and I know it by heart. I will study with you here because our role here is to be the human being that the Nazis don't want us to be, that they want to wipe out. We must affirm our values, of course, here, even more than anywhere else." That message, that life is about affirming values no matter where you are, is really at the core of what this section is. It's about remembering that no matter what our circumstances, because we can't determine what our circumstances are, but we can determine how we will act in the face of whatever they are, whatever faces us. And we all face difficulties. We all face tragedies. There's a woman named Helen Telushkin, who kind of a folk philosopher, who said, "The only people that I know that have no problems are people I don't know well." Right? If you know people well, you know everybody has what we call tsuras, problems. And how you deal with them is at the core of this section. The section says, you shall be holy as God is holy. And so what's the first example? If you're looking at page 798, the first example is honor your parents. Doesn't say love them. Some parents are lovable, some aren't. Some people have a loving relationship with parents, but some don't. But it says respect them, honor them. Then it goes and says, and honor the Sabbath. So honoring the Sabbath is second to honoring human beings. And if you look further on, it talks about some of the things like don't make idols, but then it says when you're harvesting in the field, there's a holy way to do that. There's a holy way to treat strangers. There's a holy way to have weights and measures, which is business, how you do business. Everything should be holy. Holiness is about daily life and how you live your values. That's what this whole section is. All these examples, and there are lots of them throughout, about treating strangers well because you were strangers. Being holy means taking every circumstance and lifting it up. I don't know if some of you saw, we had a section that Adriana announced called the Kedusha, the Holiness Code, where we say Kadosh, 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 holy, 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 and some of us rise up during those three holinesses because we're trying to remind ourselves that's our role in life, to make it a little better, a little bit higher, to elevate life, to elevate circumstances. That's what this section is. So I would recommend that while Adriana is sharing some of the Hebrew, since most of us are not fluent in Hebrew, that you look at the English translation alongside and read the Holiness Code. Use the opportunity of this morning to read all the examples, because there's a great one in there that I know we struggle with, and that is don't be a gossip or a talebearer. Right? Don't tell stories about other people, even if they're true. That's what it says. If you want to be holy, you have to watch your tongue, your language, the way we speak. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and a lot of stuff that applies to us. So maybe you can take something from reading this section and put it into your life this week. Make your life a little holier. And so something will have happened beyond being at this special bat mitzvah that will change maybe a little bit of the way you act in life. Chana Devora, come on up, share some of this with us. Page 798. She'll be calling up her aliyot, and they're listed in the brochure.
Yamdu Halim La Aliyah Harishona. For the first honor, I'd like to call up my grandmother, Ann Bussel, my aunts and uncle, Deborah and Daniel Bussel, and Karen Berman to the Torah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Vayed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Vayed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'arbanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el kol adat bnei Israel. Ve'amarta aleihem kedoshim tihiyu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohehem. Ish o Imo ve'aviv tirau ve'et shabbatotai tishmoru ani Adonai Elohehem. Al tifnu el ha'elilim ve'lohei masecha lo ta'asu lahem ani Adonai Elohehem.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet Olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
You're doing a great job.
Yamdu Haolim La'aliyah Hashniya. For the second honor, I would like to call my cousins, Hannah Moshans de la Rocha, Ariel Caton, Lily Golden, and Eli Bussel to the Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Vehi tizbechu zevach shelamim l'Adonai lirtzonechem tizbechu beyom zivchachem yachel umimahorat vehanotar aryom hashelishi ba'esh isarev. ואם ההאכול יאכל ביום השלישי, פיגול הוא לא ירצה.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
יעמדו העולים לעלייה השלישית, אבי יוחנן, מרדכי בן יצחק וחנן וחיותי מרים רחל. For the third honor, I would like to call my parents, Laura Alonso and John Bussel, my sister Miriam, and my brother Samuel to the Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
אמן. באוהליו ארונו יישא, כי את קודש אדוני הילל, ונכרתה הנפש ההיא מעמך, ובקוצריהם את קציר ארציהם לא תכלה. פאת שדך לקצור, ולקט קצירך לא תלקט, וכרמך לא תעולל, ופרץ כרמך לא תלקט לעני, ולגר תעזוב אותם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. The maftir, which is the aliyah that Adriana is on page 806. It's the last part of this section, begins at chapter 20, verse 25. And our tradition at Beth Shalom is that we do this honor out of the silver Torah, which is a Sephardic Torah called a teak, which sits in its own case. And in order to do that, we have to open the ark again. So I'm going to ask those of you who can to please rise.
Ta'amot habachura bat hamitzvah va'aliyat haTorah Chana Devora bat Yochanan Mordechai Chizki
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'harmetanu lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
והבדלתם בין הבהמה הטהורה לטמאה ובין העוף הטמא לטהור ולא תשקצו את נפשותיהם בבהמה ובעוף ובכל אשר תרמוס האדמה אשר הבדלתי לכם לטמא והייתם לי קדושים כי קדוש אני אדוני ואוכליו ואבדיל אתכם מן העמים להיות לי איש או אישה כי יהיה בהם עוף או ידעוני מות יומתו באבן ירגמו אותם דמיהם בם. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתת לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתת בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Please remain standing as we're about to lift and dress the Torah. Yamod Hagba'ah, Yamod Glila.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יא לה 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 לה
Please be seated. The Haftarah. The Haftarah for Shabbat Achrei Mot Kedoshim can be found on page 814. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai havoher haTorah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei האמת והצדק. הלא הבני הושיעים אתם לי, בני ישראל נאום אדוני, הלא את ישראל, העליתי מארץ מצרים, ופלישתים מכפתור וארם מקיר. הנה עיני אדוני אלוהים בממלכה החטאה, והשמדתי אותה. מעל פני האדמה אפס כי לא השמיד את בית יעקב נאום אדוני. כי הנה אנוכי מצווה והניותי בכל הגויים את בית ישראל כאשר ינוע בקברה ולא יפול צרור ארץ. בחרב ימותו כל חטאי עמי האומרים לא תגיש ותקדים בעדנו הרע. ביום ההוא אקים את סוכת דוד הנופלת וגדרתי את פרציהן, הריסותיו אקים ובנייני כימי עולם למען ירשו את שארית אדום וכל הגויים אשר נקרא שמי עליהם נאום אדוני עושה זאת. We continue with verse 15. ונתתים על אדמתם ולא ינטשו עוד מעל אדמתם אשר נתתי לכם, אמר אדוני אלוהיך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, צור כל העולמים, צדיק בכל הדורות. האל הנאמן האומר ועושה, המדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת וצדק. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה, לכבוד ולתפארת. על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך, יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and thank you for coming to my bat mitzvah. I'm so happy you all could make it, especially those who traveled to get here. It means a lot to me and my family that you have set aside your plans to celebrate this special day with me. I've been so lucky that my bat mitzvah date falls on a day where we remember two portions. My Torah portion is Achrimot and Kedoshim. They are found in the book of Vayikra Leviticus, which is the third book of the Torah. These portions are not part of a story, but they are Jewish values and rules that God gave us. Achrimot is about the laws that God gave us thousands of years ago. Those laws were appropriate in that time, like animal sacrifice or eating kosher. God says that if we follow these rules, we will become holy. Some of those rules we can't do anymore, like praying in the Temple of Jerusalem. Now, in modern times, many Jews don't follow the rules anymore. It is harder to pursue what God is asking you to do. Imagine He knows that many things have changed. I think He will accept and make us holy in a different way by being mindful of the rules. For example, many Jews in the United States do not eat kosher. However, when they see food served on their tables, they are mindful of where the food comes from, and they are grateful for the privilege of having something to eat. Kedoshim is about being a good and kind person. This we do without thinking. like not saying something mean about a deaf person or putting something in front of the blind. Being nice isn't always so easy. We must follow the rule of treating others the way you would like to be treated. God wants us to know that being kind not only helps us and makes us good people, but when we do good deeds, we become holy. I believe that God says this because he wants us to know that he appreciates that you are a compassionate person and wants to give you the reward of being holy. To me, becoming a bat mitzvah means responsibility, thinking about how your actions affect others, and helping others when they need it. Many people say becoming a bat mitzvah is becoming a young woman, but for me, it's like you have to earn the title of a young woman. I have to understand that people don't just hand things over to you. You have to work for it. I think that in the future, I will understand the importance of a bat mitzvah better than I do now. I would have lived and experienced more things and learned from my mistakes. Preparing for my bat mitzvah was actually preparing me for the real world. I learned that you have to do what you are asked of, or you won't get anywhere. I have to say that some days I did not practice Hebrew, and then in the class I would feel like I did not know anything, and it kept on getting harder, so they shortened my aliyahs. And then I knew I was going to step it up if I was going to do any aliyah. This experience taught me that you have to work hard if you want to get the job done. And by not practicing, I was not only letting myself down, but also the people that have been helping me through this whole bat mitzvah path. Every bat mitzvah needs to do a mitzvah, an act of kindness. In the beginning, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do to help people. Then my dad's cousin, Pamela Posner, emailed my parents about a walk she was doing with the Scarlet Fund to raise money for pediatric cancer. I learned that only 4% of the National Cancer Institute research budget is dedicated to pediatric cancer. I took an interest in this topic because 2 of my relatives passed away from pediatric cancer. It is very sad to lose your life or spend almost every day in a hospital when you are a child. The walk will be on May 5th in New York. I will not be able to attend, but I will donate money to the National Cancer Institute so that the doctors can research and hopefully find a cure for pediatric cancer. It is not only me that can help, so instead of giving me a bat mitzvah present, I would like you to donate to pediatric cancer research at Kids Walk for Kids with Cancer. This paragraph that I'm about to read was the hardest to write. I wanted to say thank you to many people, but they told me to make it short or the service was going to last for a while. I want to include as many people as I could without leaving anyone out. Please do not feel bad if your name is not included, as I still know that every person in this room has helped me become who I am today. First, I would like to thank all the people here at Temple Beth Shalom. You have helped me through my whole bar mitzvah path. Thank you, Howard Brad, for always saying hello, Ms. Bussel, when I arrive at Temple for my Hebrew studies. Also, I would like to thank Liora Ramati, my Hebrew tutor, who has put up with me since November and has taught me so much. Thank you, Barb, for helping me understand my Torah portion and for not getting mad after I missed the essay deadline. Thank you, Rabbi Glickstein, for taking me out to lunch to get to know me better. Congratulations on an amazing career here at Temple Beth Shalom. I wish you and your wife all the very best in your future. Thank you, Rabbi Pomerantz, for being here today and participating in my bat mitzvah. Canner Siegel, thank you for rehearsing with me and making adjustments to what I had to read. That helped me a lot. I have an amazing, big, kind family. They help me with everything I need. Most of the time, they do not get mad at me when I do something wrong. They are very understanding. Danny, Raquel, Eli, thank you for dealing with a troublemaker every time you visit. I'm so glad you could make it. Karen, thank you for being with me when I visit, playing word games or baking a 7-layer rainbow ice cream cake. Dan, thank you for being so funny and always making me laugh. I'm sad Zach and Charlie couldn't make it, but I'm sending good luck vibes Zach's way for his exams, and I know Charlie is having a great time in Argentina. I hope I can go visit soon. Debbie and Steve, thank you for being the 3rd pair of cool uncle and aunt. You guys always know what to say to cheer me up when I feel bad and taking me to super interesting places. You guys give me awesome presents and know exactly what I want before I do. And you guys bought the most amazing cake for my past birthday. Thank you. Lily, you are the most awesomest person I know. You are what I call super cool and greatest cousin ever. I wouldn't trade you for the world. You have the best sense of humor and give the best advice. I'm so lucky to have a cousin like you. Samuel, Thank you for playing with me and listening to me sometimes. Thank you for putting up with me all these years. Miriam, I feel closer to you now that you are in boarding school. We fight less and you are more chill. You have an interesting life, and I love when you keep me updated on all the drama going on. I love the super funny and scary moments we have when we both laugh at the end. Thank you for all those good times, and I wish there will be many more. Now I would like to say a few words in Spanish for my family and friends who have traveled to Miami to celebrate this day with me. Aixa, gracias por muchas cosas, como hacerme las invitaciones de mi bat mitzvah y cuando nos llevas al parque o al teleférico. Felicidades por conseguir el trabajo en Alemania. Te deseo mucho éxito y felicidad. Luisi, aunque no hayas podido venir, sé que estás conmigo constantemente. Gracias por darme tanto amor y ataques de risa. Carmen, gracias por darme tanta paz y tranquilidad y por contagiarme tu inteligencia. Te quiero mucho. Sandra, gracias por ser tan dulce y por haber venido tan lejos para estar aquí conmigo. Inés, gracias por ser tan amable y graciosa. Te quiero y gracias por venir a Miami. Emilio, me encantas. Eres único e instituible. Abracitos y besitos. Maripaces, gracias por siempre pensar en mí. Soy muy afortunada de que seáis parte de mi familia. Os quiero. Jennifer, gracias por todo lo que haces por mí. Te echo mucho de menos ahora que estás en Colorado, pero sé que siempre estarás conmigo cuando te necesito. De todos los hermanos de mi abuelita, he tenido la fortuna de que vengan mi tía Marijose y mi tío Eduardo con parte de su familia. Por último, quería dar gracias a dos personas que son muy importantes en mi vida, mi abuelita Lisita y mi abuelito Francisco. Mi abuelita me ha enseñado cómo ser dulce y amable. Siempre me apoya y me mima. Mi abuelito, el patriarca, gracias por siempre regalarme unas de sus sonrisas y por ayudarme a las matemáticas. Gracias a los dos por venir desde España a disfrutar este día conmigo. Os quiero muchísimo. También quiero recordar en este día especial a mi tío Manolo, que nunca lo conocí, pero a través de las historias de mi mamá y de mi abuelita, sé cómo era. Era un niño único y que traía mucha paz al mundo y eliminaba los enfrentamientos. Yo sé que él me acompaña y me ayuda. Mi tío Félix, que se ha despedido de nosotros el pasado mes de enero, fue un hombre bueno y sencillo como mi abuelita. A todos los demás que no he nombrado y habéis venido a celebrar conmigo, os doy un abrazo muy fuerte. The person I most admire is my grandma, Ann Bussel. She is the strongest person I've ever met. She's always there for me when I need her. My grandma is super smart and always tries to help me with everything. I want to say thank you for always welcoming with open arms, even if you are busy. You are my lifesaver. Every time I have a problem, you come and fix it. I have never asked for a better grandma. Grandma, I love you so, so much, and I'm so happy you are here to celebrate with me. Two people have stood by me through 13 years. My mom, Laura, is very kind, compassionate, nice, thoughtful, and she can't be described in words. My mother looks for the good in everyone, and all she really wants is peace in the world. I look up to her for many reasons. She has supported me in all the things I've done. Mami, te quiero muchísimo. Gracias por todo lo que haces por mí. My father, John, is the best. I have never met anyone with such a generous and understanding heart. He always says the right thing to make me happy. Papi always stands by me and supports all my decisions. I'm super lucky that I have a dad like you. Papi, I love you so much, and thank you for everything, from driving me to school to helping me with homework, and for just being there even if you're far away. Mommy and Papi, thank you for everything. On this day, I would like to think of the people who are not here today that have passed away, like my Uncle Morris. He was a really special man, and I'm so lucky I got the chance to meet him. My Uncle Felix, who I did not get the honor to meet, but passed away in this January. And to many more people that I haven't said, but I know are looking down from up. Everyone in this sanctuary has helped shape me into the person I have become. I really appreciate what every person in this room has done for me. I feel grateful that I have family and friends who are with me every day, even if they are not physically. Everyone has helped me, so now I want to help others, starting with a donation to pediatric cancer research. What my portions have taught me is that you don't have to follow strict rules, but if you're kind to one another, the world will be full of peace and harmony.
I'll ask you now to put away the Torah commentary and take back out the prayer book, Mishkan Tefillah. The final prayers will involve the opening of the ark again. I'll ask those who are to open the ark the second time to please come forward as Adriana is going to receive a blessing in front of the open ark from Cantor Siegel. And as the ark doors are open, those of you who can, I would invite you to please stand. Page 256.
Adriana, it is no easy feat to follow that. I just want you to know that made me cry, and it's not easy to speak after that. And I just want you to also know that it is no accident why you were given this very, very special Torah portion, because you exude holiness in everything that you do in your life, from the way you led us today in worship to the way you talk about your family. It's a holy moment. One of the things that we talk about in the Holiness Code is sanctifying Shabbat. Well, I want to tell you, in front of all of these people who love you the most, you have made this a very, very holy moment in this holy space that you insisted on having your bat mitzvah in, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, you did a beautiful job, and you are tremendous. And so tremendous, I want to tell you, and you even talked about that you had to step it up a little bit, right? Because your wonderful tutor and I, Leora, we worked hard to get you to this moment. You worked very, very hard, especially toward the end. And you worked so hard and you did so well that I haven't asked you this, I haven't even told you about this yet, but one of the things that we do on the High Holy Days is we chant on Yom Kippur afternoon your Torah portion. Yes, so guess what? We're going to ask you to chant on Yom Kippur afternoon. Are you, how about that? And you thought you were done, but you're not. It's all about serving your community when you become a responsible adult in the Jewish community. So I know you're going to do it, right? Okay. Sure. Okay. Well, it is my honor to bless you at this very moment in this special space that has been so important to your family for so many generations. May God bless you and keep you safe. May you always sense God's presence, that spark of godliness inside of you to do good things in our world. May you be blessed with a sense of shalom, a sense of wholeness and peace, health and joy all the days of your life. And we say together, Amen. Yahalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado, hodol al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren leyamo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al ta'azovu. Behold, I have given you a good doctrine, my Torah. Do not forsake it.
Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al ta'azovu. Eitz chaim hi lemachasikim ba v'tomchem Adonai elecha v'nashuva v'nashuva Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva v'nashuva Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Amenu kekedem.
We remain standing and turn to page 282 for the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol Latet gedula liotzer bereshit Shelo asanu kigoye ha'aratzot Velo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama Shelo samnu chelkenu kahem V'gor aleinu kechol hamonam Va'anachnu korim Umeshachavim umodim Lifnei melech Malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'ne'emar V'yadonai L'melech al kol haaretz V'yom hahu V'yom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo 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 echad.
We remain standing for the final prayer, which is on page 294. Adriana mentioned a number of members of her family who are no longer physically with us. A number of them were actually, their funerals took place here in this very sanctuary, as many wonderful celebrations also took place in the family. And that is the reality. The reason we end our service with Kaddish is to remind us that we received the blessings of other generations. And we remember them as we're about to go out into the world, to remind ourselves that we're standing on their shoulders, that we didn't just come into a world that was empty, but that much that we received, they built for us. And so honoring that memory and reminding us of their example and how we should live becomes the last kind of thought as we go out into the world to live our lives. It is our tradition that we continue to remember the 6 million men, women, and children who were murdered during the Shoah, the Holocaust. We remember as well the over 23,600 men and women who've given their lives that there might be a strong state of Israel. And we remember our American soldiers who continue to die. Unfortunately, in this Shabbat, we have tragedy in Israel where 10 young teens were killed in a terrible accident. Mostly women, eight of them were girls. And we think of their families at this time as we think of all the families of those who have lost. If you're saying Kaddish or thinking of someone and would like to share that name out loud, I'm going to indicate around the room and I would invite you to say the name or names. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We join together in affirming all of their lives through the words of Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. V'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agalau v'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mivarach leolam u'la'almei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei dekudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Osei shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and comfort the bereaved here and everywhere with God's blessing of peace. And we say, please be seated. Adriana, you would join me up here. So those of you that decided to eat the snack you were given, it's fine. If you need a little bit of sugar, go ahead. For those of you who know that we're about to have a kind of bizarre ritual at the end of this service where we throw things at this lovely young lady on this beautiful day, we have some rules in this sanctuary that prevent her from being permanently damaged by your enthusiasm. So the first rule is you have to throw from where you're seated. So those of you in the back, good luck reaching the bimah. The second is once the candy has been thrown, it doesn't get to be picked up and thrown a second time. It can be picked up and eaten or put in your pockets for later. Just don't throw it again. And the third and most important rule is that Adriana gets to pick 3 shomrim that are going to guard her and stand in front of her just in case you decide to really fling it. Who you got?
My dad, my sister,
Miriam, you get to come up too. Come on. Yes.
and my Uncle Dan.
Oh, Dan. Okay. I think you chose pretty well. Some people that can block. You're going to use the book to block? Yes. Oh, yeah. In front. So if you would use the sweet candy to gently bless her with sweetness.
Simmin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov, Yehlanu. Simmin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov.
All right, all the kids can come up and get the candy. All the kids, come on up.
Simmin tov, a mazel tov, a simmin tov, Yehlanu.
Very nice. Looks like you cleaned the bimah really well. I would suggest you go home and clean your rooms as well, and your parents will be really happy for that. So, Adriana, over here. Hello. So, Mazel Tov. It was a beautiful morning.
Thank you.
So, you know, one of the things about you that I wanted to kind of speak to you about reminded me, you are that shyness your mother described. There still is that aspect about you of kind of this quietude, I would call it. I don't know if she's that quiet and restrained at home, but that notion that you think through things before you say it. I remember meeting someone who was very kind, and I asked, how do you only say kind things? And she said to me, I try to taste my words before I say them. And I have a sense that that's what you do. To kind of think, what are your words going to sound like before you say them? Now, I'm not saying you do that all the time, because there probably are times when certain words just explode out. But you seem to have that kind of ability to imagine what the impact of those words would be. You know, what you do with your life is totally unknown at this moment to you or to anybody. What's going to face you, what challenges, what directions you move in, but God has given you a special soul, and that's only yours. Nobody else gets that soul, just you. And so becoming the best version of that soul is your life's work. And all of this kind of preparation is toward that, Adriana. It's learning about these values. I thought sharing, as you did, the fact that you didn't meet your own expectations in the study process was really a wonderful, open way of talking about it. It's rare for a young person to admit that not only was it hard, but that you didn't quite meet those expectations as you went through it. But recognizing that everybody has that struggle. Everybody struggles with trying to rise to a higher level. And knowing that that's something you want is important. That level of holiness is what you need to strive to in life. There's a story that was told many years ago by Saul Linowitz, actually, was talking about a young girl. She happened to be in the 3rd grade, and she was reporting on her family. And she said, this happened to be the family of President William Henry Harrison. And she said, well, my great-grandfather was President of the United States, and my grandfather was a United States Senator, and my father is a governor, and I'm a brownie. And she was just as proud of being a brownie. You know what a brownie is? Do we have brownies anymore? Do we still have brownies? It's like a lower level of Girl Scout when you start. You become a brownie. But for her, being a brownie, what she had achieved was equal to all the others. Whatever you become, whatever you do with your life, be proud that you have taken that soul that God has given you and that you've elevated it to become the best Adriana, the best Chana Devora that you can be. That's what this Torah thing is all about. That's what holiness is all about. That's what tradition is. That's what your parents try to teach you. It's what we hope to help support you in. Always try to strive to be the best that you can be as a soul. It's not about, there's a difference between fame and success. I would say that in today's world, fame might be, the Kardashians. That might be fame. People know their name. But success is Helen Keller. Success is a quality person who isn't just known, but actually does things in the world that make a difference. And you started already by trying to help with pediatric cancer. That's a beginning, and that's a long battle. That probably is a battle that will go on for a very, very long time, as there are many. It still needs you to battle. It needs you to be there as you move on in life and take other challenges. Remember, there are always wonderful things that you can do to make a difference in people's lives. So you made a difference today, I think, in the life of your family, but more than that, for all of us who are here. And our congregation is proud to be a part of this tradition in your family. I'm going to ask our president, Karen Revo, to come on over here and to make a few gifts to you just to remind you of the importance of this day.
Shabbat Shalom. First, I want to say Mazel Tov to you, Adriana. You're so beautiful. You're just the kind of young person I just really want to get to know better. And I'm going to just say to your family and from España, tenemos mucho orgulloso en Adriana. Es muy linda y muy inteligente y bienvenidos a nuestra sinagoga. ¿Sí? Es mi español. And to John's family and the special connection I have with North Carolina, and I don't know Dan, but welcome to all of you. To John and Laura, Mazal Tov to you. Really, you have such a beautiful family, and I'm already looking forward to 2021. To Sam's bar mitzvah, and to Anne, Mazal Tov as well. And so, Adriana, we have some gifts for you from the temple. We have a Kiddush cup that I have this feeling you're really going to be using this, okay? And just remember always this special day when you're drinking your wine from this cup. And we have a traveling Tanakh, the Torah, and so that you can carry it with you, take it to camp, wherever you go, and so you can always remember to live these words close to your heart. And finally, it's my privilege to present you with your bat mitzvah certificate that I hope you'll put in your album or frame to show that on this day, April 28th, Akri Mot Kiddushin, you celebrated your bat mitzvah here at Temple Beth Shalom. So, Mazal Tov.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I'm going to say some words in Spanish, too. No, I'm not. But for my Spanish friends, ready? Sergio Ramos, Gerald Piqué, Iniesta. I like the Spanish soccer team. Thank you very much. Hello. You know, I come up here just about every week when I'm in town, and I make these presentations, and it's not often that I can say to you that when we present you this certificate to the Jewish Museum of Florida, FIU, and our very own Jonathan Simons, who donated this family membership to thousands of B'nai Mitzvah kids in Florida, who's right here, and we thank him. But it's not often I can say to the bat mitzvah girl that you should go there and see artifacts and displays about your own family. I can't do that very often. Today I can, because you know of the contributions your grandparents made and your family has made over the years, not only to this community, but to the Jewish community at large. Last Wednesday morning, I had the honor of being with your dad in Tel Aviv, and we went to the Palmach Museum together in Tel Aviv, and your dad talked to our group afterwards about what his family had done and your grandfather and what he had done for the Jewish people, especially at the onset of the State of Israel. And so you should be honored to come from the stock that you come from the family that you come from, on both sides. And it's a big honor, really. I know you sort of hear this all the time, but I'm telling you, as someone who works in the Jewish community and works here, for us to be able to present you and you come from the lineage that you do, it's a big honor. So we hope that you use this membership well and get to go to see it. This is a certificate that a tree has been planted in the land of Israel in honor of your bat mitzvah. And these are two gift certificates, one to the NIFTY in Israel, the NIFTY summer program, and one to the Alexander Muss High School in Israel program. I could have sworn it was just the other day where your sister had her bat mitzvah, and before you know it, little man, it's your turn. So I look forward to being here with you as well. John and Laura, Mazal Tov. Mazal Tov. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, so you ready to eat something in your honor? Yes. You could use a bite. So before we do that, we have a couple of blessings that we do. So Adriana, if you and your family would come on back here. We're going to do blessings so that we can all celebrate, because it's a mitzvah to eat in her honor today. So force yourselves. She likes good food, and hopefully that's what we have waiting. So we begin with the wine. So we do the blessing over the wine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
And then we thank God for not only, really not the bread, but the seed. And it takes work to make it into bread. That's the partnership we have with God. So if you'd each take a little piece there, we'll do the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. But te'avon, enjoy. We'll get to eat in just a moment. And we're going to conclude our service with the last line of the Kaddish. It is Oseh Shalom. It is a prayer for peace. Why don't we all rise and join together? Oseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shabbat shalom, everyone.